Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have Tee Flizzy today on
What's
air.
going on?
Tee Flizzy, we heard a lot about you, but let's hear it straight from the source. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're really passionate about in life.
Well, I'm gonna start it off like this. Originally, I'm from Detroit, Michigan, Southwest Detroit, if you want to be clear. But
So you're from
originally,
313.
originally I'm from there, and then I moved down to Charlotte in 2019. But I'm really passionate just about living life or just living a certain lifestyle. I'm into clothing. I have my own clothing line. I do music. Also, I recently, well, it's been some months now, but recently I've gotten into cooking. So, working on becoming a chef, just a whole bunch of different stuff that I'm into. Just a cool guy.
I definitely relate to want to do a bunch of different things at once. I think that variety is what keeps life interesting. It's what makes life worth living because if you're doing the same thing day in day out, it gets boring after a while. And I have always been one to enjoy going new places, trying new things, um, you know, and just really making the most out of the limited time that we have on this planet. Uh, how do you balance your time if you have so many different pursuits going on?
It just seemed like it just goes smoothly at all times. For I never really had a run in. Sometimes you might have a little slip up or something, but I never really. It just seemed like everything just goes smoothly for me. Like I said, just a cool guy, T Fly.
Just like smooth sailing like a cruise liner.
Most definitely like an eagle.
Yeah. No, so cooking is something that my partners are very passionate about because ultimately I think the American diet. I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about in general as a group, as an aggregate. The Western diet has been shown to be pretty detrimental to health. So we're very passionate about healthy food and promoting an active, healthy lifestyle to the greater community. What's your views on what the average American is eating? Do you think that a poor diet is a societal issue that needs to be addressed?
Most definitely, it's about what you eat and what you put into your body because when I was younger, I used to be bigger, but I used to eat a lot of the wrong things. But as I got older and like I realized for myself, like this is not how I should be eating. Like when I was younger, I would eat like noodles, pizza rolls. Also, like my family did a lot of cooking too, so you can add that to the noodles and pizza roll. The pot roast, fried chicken, everything. So you can add that to all that. But as I got older, I got into like eating fish or cause not really fish, not really a big thing
Hmm.
on our platter. But I got into eating fish and a whole lot of different stuff, and then I noticed my lifestyle in the way. Like when I was younger, like they'd be like, "Are you snoring?" But I'd be woke. But I just was so big, or whatever the case was, it just sounded like I was asleep. But that came with obesity. So I just, and today I just, as you can see, I try to keep up with what I eat.
That's definitely really positive. That's really a positive change. And was there a particular tipping point where you realized, hey, like my life is headed the wrong direction? I'm starting to run into health issues. If I keep this up, I'm probably not going to be on the planet as many years as I should be. Was there a tipping point where you realized that, like, hey, I got to get my diet in order, or
It
was it just
wasn't
really a culmination of a bunch of different factors?
it wasn't really a tipping point. I just was into video games. So a lot of my hours was spent just playing video games and eating. So you're not doing no exercising or playing, going outside a lot. Around 14 or 15 is when I started going outside more, and that's what happened. Like it just happened naturally because I wasn't putting in those hours on that. It just happened naturally.
I think video. I think a lot of people in the video game community. I actually was a competitive video game player at one point. I was top 50 in the state of New Jersey for Super Smash Brothers Melee, and I was top three in the city of Lehigh Valley as well. When I was This was back when I was in university. So during the summers, I would crush it at local tournaments in New Jersey, and then during the school semester, I would absolutely rip through the brackets, in the local tournaments in Lehigh Valley. But overall, man, like I think it's a serious issue. A lot of people in the video game community just don't really value their health, and I think it's really a shame that video game culture, really as a whole, a lot of a lot of people in video game culture reject healthy living. They reject good, clean, healthy living because
Yeah, I was into Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto, but when I was younger, it was Midnight Club, The Godfather, this PS2, Godfather,
yeah,
Bully,
good times, man.
all the classics. But like with the Call of Duty situation, they don't really promote. They do promote, their game, but they give you they do brand deals with Doritos, Tostitos, and all. If you buy this, you get double XP. If you get Mountain Dew, if you do this, if you do that, if they switch who they do they brand deals with, maybe people could see a change in their life. I'm not gonna say every gamer is overweight, but they do play a factor in it because you're just sitting there.
Definitely. Like when I was gaming, I was still in decent shape, but I really think the skills that you develop as a competitive video game player really do translate to health and fitness, especially when it comes to getting your nutrients correct, getting your diets in order, creating a meal plan, etc. And it's a shame because of the kind of analytical mind that rises to the cream of the crop in the video game community. These are people who they applied their analytical prowess into healthy living and fitness. It will actually greatly benefit them, and it will be a natural mesh. So one thing I'm trying to fix as an entrepreneur is that I'm trying to market healthy products to the gamers, and I would love one day to see a world where there's people at Super Smash Brothers tournaments holding Excalibars, eating them, and just feeling good, and probably even performing better because you eat good food, you're going to perform better at any particular activity. But I would love to see a world where they're eating Excalibars instead of Doritos.
Yeah, because we live in today's day and age, we live like they are moving towards a healthier lifestyle. If they just switch who they do they deals with, they could see a difference in a whole lot of Americans,
100%.
or just everywhere in general, not just America.
So as a as a culinary artist, as a culinary artist, what kind of recipes have you created that lend itself towards better living, better health?
Okay, so I can't really give you the whole secret,
I'm not asking for the whole.
Maybe in private I give you the whole secret, but like fish is a part of my diet, so I just usually put it in the oven, but it's the way that I do it that it tastes like it was cooked on the stove in oil, but it's not cooked in oil. It's broiling in like lemon juice and this and that. It's not cooking in oil.
That
But the way
sounds
that I do
absolutely
it,
delicious.
I could
Oh yeah,
tell you in private how I get it the right way. Cause I'm working on a cookbook, so that will have all the secrets in it too.
I think that
Just a heads up.
I think that seafood is a very underrated way to get a lot of protein while having very little fat. And additionally, I'm curious to hear your thoughts as a culinary expert. What would you say that frying and cooking oils are a serious health concern in the American food industry? And what can people do to minimize that if you think it's a concern?
I feel like it's not like it could be. I can't really say because I do use oil sometimes. I just feel like the amount of times that you do it, then maybe yeah, like my stuff is evened out from the stove top to the oven to the grill. It's evened out. I don't
Mm.
really eat fast food either, but That's where a lot of oil come from, like fast food. So
That's good because McDonald's already makes enough money off of people, and it's good that it's good
yeah,
that
they used to get my money. Not really no more.
back when I was in school, my favorite the thing that would get me through the day is a $20 chicken nugget special. It was dirt cheap. It was good for my yeah, by my standards back when I was in college, and it's definitely enough to fill you up for the whole day. Look at looking
Yeah.
looking back at it, I'm not sure why I didn't get a heart attack already.
And then if you tell them extra crispy or well done,
Yeah,
it's
now we're
gonna really
talking.
it's gonna taste like the original when you was growing up. Not
Now we're
even gonna
talking.
lie.
Now we're talking. So we talked a lot about health. We talked a lot about fitness, art, man.
Say it again and jump.
So we talked a lot about health. We talked a lot about staying in shape. I'd like to I'd like to go over your art and discuss that next. So, what inspired you to become an artist, and who do you say is your biggest artistic influence?
So what inspired me when I was younger, I like maybe 10, 11, or 9. I never really was like an artist, but I will always write some freestyle, not a freestyle, but I would come up with some bars or something, and then I would make. I still got the videos, it's just not public, but I would come up with little bars, but I didn't take it serious at that age. Then when I got like 13, 14, I did a song with my cousin. His name, well, I don't know if you want me to put it out there, but I did a song with my cousin. It was called Another Planet. That was a banger. We didn't really have it wasn't a professional studio when we made it, but the concept of the song, it was a banger for sure. Like you know who I'm talking about, Another Planet. But and then so around 18, 19 is when I like switched like Tee Flizzy. I was already known as Tee Fly, but like Tee Flizzy just came along with it. So I just was around. I'm in a rap group called the Navy 726. So it just was that along with chicken talking behind me. That's my own stuff, but I'm also a part of 726 the Navy. But it just came with the lifestyle. I just was around it. Cause in the beginning I was just going to the studio, whatever, whatever, but I just took a liking to it again.
So, if you look at the evolution of hip hop, you have in the '80s and the '90s, you had a lot of very very successful groups. You had like for example, you had Wu Tang. You had a you know you had a lot of legendary super groups where people collaborated as an entire unit. Uh, whereas I've been noticing in modern music, there's more emphasis on solo performers and individuals. What are your thoughts on group performances versus solo performances?
So that's I never answered your second question on the last. My biggest influence, I probably would say like when I was younger, I used to hear a lot of Jeezy, but as I got older, I still would listen to Young Jeezy. But around 13, 14 is like when I started listening to Chief Keef and a whole lot of different other
Yep.
artists. But like as I got older, I started listening to artists from my city, Detroit. So I really only mainly listen to like Detroit artists. But rapping as a group, it just boosts. You can take off faster if you rap as a group, at least, or if it's just three people on a song. Because if this person got 2,500 actual people that's gonna watch it, this person got 5,000 or however many, and then this other person, then it's actually a nice song. They just like seeing a group of people that come together and they flexing, stunting, whatever the case may be. It just look good. So they like, I take a liking to these people versus being solo. It's like you can come up as a solo artist, but just a whole lot of more leg work you're gonna have to put in, most definitely.
So essentially, it's the division of duties, and just like how as an energy bar manufacturer, I have two partners instead of going through this by myself, because well, it's a lot of work for even three people. Imagine how if it was just me, it would be a really Herculean task. So you would say the benefits of being in a group is that you have your people backing you up and you're backing them up as well.
Say it again.
I was saying I was saying that. So essentially, the main benefit of being in a group is that you have people to back you up, and you can also back them up as well.
Yeah, kind of like how how you supposed to treat them like your family if they loyal to you. It's about loyalty for real. The money come with it, but in the beginning, if everybody is not up to par, the loyalty hold on because if this person don't got $50 this day or don't got enough money to eat this day or whatever the case may be, put gas. But this person do. We all a team. That's how I usually like. It's just because you're united versus you being solo. If you really axed out, you can't really do nothing on your own.
Absolutely. Do you follow the battle circuit at all? I'm talking about KOTD, URL, you know, all, all the battle leagues out there. Do you ever dabble in that realm, or do you follow that world at all?
What's KOTD?
It's actually a battling league in in Canada. I figure
What for gaming?
yeah. So essentially, they have they have like rappers like in one. They have rappers you know, face each other off in pre-written battles. They're typically 3 rounds long, and essentially you just have two guys like roasting the heck out of each other.
So are they playing a game or they just doing a show?
It's
Cause I
uh
never heard of
it's like a competition actually.
a rap competition. Competition.
Yeah, essentially, let's say you and I got matched up in a battle together. Uh, you would have 2 minutes to basically diss me and roast me, and then afterwards I would do the same to you, and then it would continue for 3 more rounds.
Oh yeah, rap battle. That's
Yeah.
that's cool. I never heard of it, but it sounds like it's just a rap battle for real. But I thought
Yes.
you were saying it was like somewhere they bring like rappers that's also like good at game, and I thought it was something that could
No,
be
no,
a
no,
nice
no.
content for YouTube though. If you know anybody want to start that.
Yeah, definitely. I was asking because as someone who has been entrenched in the culture for a long time, you know, these leagues used to be very underground, but they actually skyrocketed significantly over time. So it would be really interesting, if to see the evolution of all of this over the years, and because I know that when I started watching some of these battles when I was in when I was in high school, and then they used to hold these in alleys actually. So they used to have them in street alleys. It was very gutter. It was very like very gritty. And then like years passed. They started renting out nightclubs for these battles, and they just got bigger and bigger. Now they even have live streaming as well. So do you usually perform indoors or do you like performing outdoors?
It's indoors is always best because if you
Mhm.
when you get to going crazy, how you supposed to do it, it's gonna get a little hot. So if you inside, typically they got the air conditioning. That's one main thing right there. But indoors is better than outdoors. But outdoors is nice too because it's just a good vibe. Everybody feel good. If the sun out, it feel good. However it go, the light just hitting a certain different way that the inside just can't do. It's just a different vibe than inside. But inside is a good. I choose that.
Do you ever deal with stage fright as a performer, or are you just
Maybe when I
confident?
was young, when I was younger, maybe, but not really, cause it's like it'll be over.
Yeah.
What is, or like what's really gonna happen? Okay, if it's not that, okay. If they say boo, okay, go back in the lab and go come up with something better or something. Like I just seen a video of somebody, they like take the mic from me. They was blowing them or something, but the security was trying to get the mic. They like, I'm gonna fight you if you try to take the mic from me. Like, if your music not that, it's okay. Just go back in the lab and make some more fire. Everybody not gonna respect your art. And that's cool, cause that's art. Everybody got their own opinion.
I feel that same way about my energy bars as well, uh, because I personally think they taste very good. Most people who have had them also are huge fans of them. You know, we have 27 Amazon reviews. We only had one review that was less than 5 stars, and that was a 4-star review. And I definitely think that as a creator of food, it's really important to know who your target market is, who your audience is, and just accepting the fact that like you're not for everyone, but at the end of the day, I think what keeps people like you and I motivated is just knowing the just knowing and appreciating that there's people who vibe with your craft and support what you do. And every day when I wake up in the morning,
It lagged. Can you say the last sentence again?
yeah, I was I was saying that at the end of the day, what really excites me is the people who appreciate the craft that and the hard work that I put into my product every single day. And I'm sure that you feel the same way about your craft as well.
Yeah, like it's okay if you don't like it. It's all right. I know a whole lot of people, OGs, whoever. I know a whole lot of people that's really certified official that care for it and like actually got it on flash drives that they play in their car. Like took the time out, put it on the flash drive.
Absolutely. Well, Mr. T. Flizzy, it truly was a pleasure having you on air today. I really appreciate you taking the time to, you know, join us in our interview, tell the audience a little bit more about what you do, and we we really enjoy having guests like you on the podcast. 'Cause it's always great to have a fresh perspective. This is Manny Lai signing off, and we have a special announcement from our sponsor. We are the holy grail of energy bars. Scan this QR code for 20% off your first order. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great show, and we will see you next time.